Early objective going over to the side of top esports. Even in gold, nothing's exploded quite just yet. No first blood either.
It's just like you're just constantly coming up with different names for them.
Dude,
like, I have the Powerpuff Girls.
There's Blossom, Buttercup, and the other one,
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Yeah,
yes.
that one. Yeah.
It's been a long time since
I wrote a lot of these out on a note. I think I got to about 80 different trios. Been just poking out towards the top side there with the first strike, doing as much as they can.
This time, they do not leave one open like we saw Top Esports do in the last game, so we will have another chance of
Ghost pops.
redemption. Ghost has been popped, and then straight away, bit of healing coming out. They're going to try and get the handshake. They will drag him back just a little bit, but they need to be careful of this Kalista just getting healed up, and they're constantly going to try and burst him down. There's the cleanse straight away. They need to kill him off, and there is the bailout. But these minions, and the Soraka is out for blood. They will have the Lee Sin coming down. That's why Mako's going a little bit heavier in terms of the trade, looking for a Q.
Oh, the Q!
But the handshake says no on putting on his carry boots and saying, not today. I will mitigation factor, as I like to call it, just to make sure that the cannon does end up not doing as much damage in the long run of it. Finn is getting 1v1 right now. No ultimate on 369, but he does have a flash for flash. And 369 says, hey, buddy, I still have your number.
That he does. Is it a 3, a 6, or a 9? He's looking towards the higher rolls himself, but Shun, well, I mean, 369, he's used his flash. He has no ult. Shun is taking no chances, and even with his Soraka ult, he's dying. That is so. Really felt like one of the adaptations which LPL bot lanes brought to global League of Legends, to say season 5, 6, 7, was not necessarily all-inning for a kill, but all-inning to get a HP advantage, which would then give you a game-breaking advantage later on. Stuff like this helps. Mako, no defenses this time.
No defenses, no Fate's Call to bring him back. And an immediate flash ignite there from On just seals the deal. They will lose a couple of the Kevins, but they do not care because they are looking for the big...
that wave collected on bot side, and they get rid of that ult on top side. So I think this is a positive play from top esports. You can see that actually Elkanon doing a good job of forcing JackeyLove into the defensive position, but now here's the callback.
Yep, and you may have a wish, but you don't have a hope, and that is where JackeyLove will...
As Elk is the one who's had a better time in the laning phase. He's only died himself the one time as well. JackeyLove being forced away from a fair amount of farm actually in the first couple of minutes of this game.
Cream trying to defend this tower, but it's undefendable as the Titanic High.
40-minute one. We haven't seen ourselves a good old Herald fight in a while. It tends to be less of the focus nowadays, but Shun is here. He doesn't have ult, but might flash in anyway.
They've got a TP coming in. That's Knight coming in. And actually, Elk going to be caught straight away by 369. Loses just under half his health bar, but they're going to be able to turn and burn onto him. They don't need the Rift Herald. They want the kill, and they will get it. They say, we'll take a constellation prize. No problem whatsoever. And they're going to force the TP here out of Cream as well, because otherwise they would have just lost the tower as well. This is just really good react advantage, but I just don't see them having the kind of right setup. A TP actually came in from the Ken on the bot side, but now here we go. This is the team fight you wanted to see. They're going to try and maybe burn down the Renata because they know they can go for them, and there is going to be the Dragon confirmed over to the side of BLG. They lose the Lee Sin as well, so top esports, they're now on full retreat. They're burning down. There's a wish, but can they keep the Sion alive? The heals, the shields, everything's just trying to take down the big man in the top lane. Eventually he will fall, and you can see 369 not able to do anything in the passive form, but now Cream looking for a flash and gets himself on top of Elk. Cream was having a very quiet series, but now he's looking to explode, and JackeyLove wants Knight. Won't be able to get him, but that's the kind of play that Cream needs to do.
How many times are we going to see Varus killed by Azir in the mid lane, man? It has happened way too much in the last few months. See a counter teleport coming back in. It's another fight.
It is another fight. JackeyLove trying to survive it, but he will go down. You can see Cream as well, after doing the heroics in the last one, will fall. Double kill over tonight. You said he was a bit quiet. He is roaring into this game and a bit testy. It's getting a little bit kind of all over the place. It's getting a little bit LPL, shall we say, where everyone just wants to fight.
It's back to the ARAM and the LPL, trying to catch off some of these folks just around the side. Tian's done a good job of keeping Knight at bay.
Yeah, but Knight's keeping him away from this as well, so there's no kind of snap engage available right now from top esports. So they're going to be able to get the root down. Cream gets handshook away. The flash in to try and take down Elk as he looks to try and burn off of the bailout. Bin comes back in, does have flash, but no slicing Maelstrom. It's a a 4v4 for the moment, as we can see everyone just kind of getting very low health bars. Finally, the big bang hammer of Shun gets a bonk down. Knight just weaving in and out of the fight. Jackie Love trying to do the same. The bailout will not be enough for the Wukong. Jackie Love will fall, and finally BLG get themselves the 5 kills. Triple in for Knight as he played that absolutely perfectly.
Mako and 369 do their damnedest to try and keep Jackie Love alive for as long as...
Disgusting, but they don't need it right now. They don't need to force that position because they can actually just threaten it and then pick up objectives elsewhere. But now we can see Knight looking for a little bit of a move. They're going to try and overwhelm him with 5 people. There's the Dragon going in. They're going to try and turn and burn back onto Mako, but can Knight get out of this? That is the question. He flashes, but not quite fully out of the way. We'll get another redemption to keep him alive. He will not have the distortion just yet. Finally does get it, but Cream shuts him down. What else can you do, Top Esports? You've got 40 seconds, but their waves are just not really in a good position to push.
Knight doesn't have enough mobility to get out of that situation. Tian's behind enemy lines.
They know he's there. They
get one more pick, it could have been so big for them. But if he dies here, this is just so awful for them.
They know that he was there. They knew exactly where he tried to be. And Tien, he went for a play, and he will be punished for his honestly, just for trying to be a good teammate. He wanted to try and find the angle, but now Top Esports, they recognize they have an angle in the mid lane. It's back and forth, it's push and pull. It is just breakneck speed between these two teams.
The play which gets you back into the game, but now your jungler is dead. There's no smite. Yes, you have a teleporter too to get back onto the map if you needed to reset, but they can't contest this Baron right now, I don't think.
They can. This Baron's not going down quickly. They didn't have Elk on it immediately, and they're still looking for it. It's only at half HP. Now Cream knows that this is going on. They put down a little bit of vision. They know this is happening. They need the Kalitza to get in here and try and just put down some work, but they can't contest it like you say. They'll throw Cream in to see if they can go for a Hail Mary, but nothing will be done. Knight, wait for the team to come back in. You do have a teleport here for 369, but you can see already when they're not able to get that turret, it becomes very difficult for BLG. They are in a good position, but they are not out of the woods just yet. Good handshake on the Cream. He has to ult, he has to flash. Does he have an ultimate? He does have a Sonya's to try and keep this one going, and Ben sees the go sign, but he's already overextended. He's trying to kill off somebody if he possibly can. Knight goes back in. The bailout is fantastic. It baits in the Lee Sin. He landed his Q, but sent him to his death. That could just be it. That could be the series.
I think that's it. They've overplayed their hand. Top Esports in their first series of the year. They're going to meet themselves a defeat to, on paper, maybe our strongest team in the whole damn LPL. BLG looking to take the series 2-1.
BLG, they had a fantastic game 1. They fought a little bit in game 2, but they weren't able to bring it back. And in game 3, they were doing so well to just keep that momentum, keep up the tempo, and they will start the season off with a win, 2-1 BLG. That's it.
And where these teams are going to sit as well. You know, we've talked about both these teams being absolute household names. As Vampire, buddy, you can't walk up like that.
I have no words. He flashes, but he'll be going down. Ming marks his return with a pretty anticlimactic and unnecessary first blood from the side of EDG.
It's like
again, very slow. Comparatively to the first game, this is a much slower setup of things. We will have JJ up here with Ala, and they may look to try and just go fully on top of the Udyr. He will get stunned up just a little bit, get stunned down, and he will be CC'd into oblivion. He is still running, but he will be jumped on, and Ala will say, bonk, back to the gray screen you go. So that's going to be L-A-Z-R-E-R. It can only be
well, I mean, it's kind of a backronym now, so it's just like, it has its own meaning because it's in such a big, you know, part of the language for a while.
That's the same with, I'm going to stop myself as we look for
laser sights onto him.
Yeah, but that's a great ultimate. Kind of anti-synergy right now. The Maokai ultimate comes out as well. The Chain of Corruption goes completely wide, and now EDG, they are running for their lives. Vampire, you are just in the daylight, and you'll be turned to ash. Double kill comes in here for the side of RNG, and all they needed was one little moment to just pounce on everybody and confirm themselves a good few kills. However, Fisher looking to try and confirm back on the bot side.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to take this turret down before the teleport is completed, but he has the turret, so Breathe can't go and stay for anything else. Is he going to ult him back into the tower? No, he's not. So going to fly about the place. So, watch to see them. There is a Paranoia available as we start with that.
They're looking for a ball delivery system, and they're going to get it. There's the shockwave right in on top of it. They even have the spell shield, the fear, and they're going to give it over to the clockwork wind-up of Tang Yuan. They get themselves that turret, they'll get themselves that kill, and RNG, they're looking to pick up the pace. However, Riptail's been dropped in bot sides. Ala picked that one up, so he's going to get a tier 2. He might even get a second charge, because I don't think he's really going to be afraid of the
He hopped in it again, yeah.
Yeah, he's not afraid of the Udyr. Get out of his way.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Ala, what are you doing?
What?
I mean, just get the tower. I mean, the Herald would survive the hit, so it's not like you're and the percent HP damage, but it does give you a good amount of healing and then some extra HP on the item.
All right, we might have ourselves our first full 5v5. Dragon started up to about half HP. RNG not really in a position to fight this. Never mind, they're going for it, and they will get the shockwave combination. The Bard ult keeps everybody in place. Ming puts down the Magnet Storm. Leave is dead. Finally, Ala jumps in on top of LWX, flashes him over the wall, shut down over to Ala. It's been a trade of 2 for 1, but Ala is starting to bear down on their necks. He's separated from the rest of his team, and the Dragon is still available, but Ala is just huge.
The thing about this composition from EDG is that you have to kill more than just the AD carry. They do get Leap and they get JJ, so there's not going to be a smite on the table. The Hex Plate, you have the Nocturne ult available. Again, it's rank 2, low cooldown EDG. They have to contest this into the ultimate backup.
It's a Callista. They're going to have the Bard Fate. There's a Tempered Fate coming in just to try and buy some time. There comes the Maokai ultimate finally in synergy. The Nocturne pops out his Paranoia just to delay everybody from oncoming, but they're going to go back in, and they're going to try with the Magnet Storm. The Shockwave doesn't really land onto anybody. Great shuffle backwards to try and disengage. Fisher is going in so hard to make sure the rest of his team have the space, and Ala and Leave again stay alive. Ala's just too big now.
The combo was well executed from RNG, but you have to hit too many people to really win this team fight. Wade doesn't have ultimate now. I know his ult's on a short cooldown. It's not that short. I think he's just going to get jumped on if he looks to contest. Everyone at EDG is very high health.
They're looking for a bit of a kill on the back side of this one here. He tries to get in. They're going to get the Maris down, but can they get the kill afterwards? They will not be able to get anything else. Nocturne did go down. No smite available for here for RNG, but it is only going to be 3 members.
What they do. So, EDG find themselves in a pretty okay spot, honestly. Particularly at the hands of Ala, who is now looking at Wei. Wei is, he's in a bad spot.
He's in a very bad spot. The Fear will come in. They're going to try and burn him down before he can really go anywhere. He does not have flash anymore. Leave will pick that one up, and that's going to be, you would imagine, a turret, but they don't want to overcommit for this. There's going to be a good chain of corruption right down into LWX, so he's chunked before this can really happen. Ala needs to get out after the fact. They do get the Fates called down, though, to knock up 3, but there's no damage. There's no one to really follow up onto this, and they can't take anyone down. Fisher's not even here. Fisher is bot side having a grand old time playing Stardew. Bit of a kind of an unsung carry in the last one. I'm going to stop myself. They're looking for a pick. They're looking to try and find Leave, and they will get him. Taking him out, but the stun comes down onto Wei. He'll take about half his HP. We're going back into this, and here comes the raid boss. You mess with my little brother, and everyone's like, nah, man, we didn't do anything. We're going to get out of here. I could be mistaken on that one, but...
Hunting is the regular Baron.
Right.
The one with the eye... Well, let's talk about that later, because we've got some hunting in the mid lane.
We do have some hunting in the mid lane, but immediately Fisher gets himself into stages and flashes away. They're going to try and get on top of this one. That's a good Tempered Fate to stop the recalls. They throw Ming back in, but can they follow up again on top of it? Ala finally jumps in. A good Shurima shuffle, and Ala is on the backside. There's just nothing they can do except run for their lives, because Ala is here. It's still a good trade, though, for the side of RNG. It's 2 kills for 2, but Wei can't die.
The Shockwave is great eye candy, but you gotta kill this Jax, and they're just not able to. He's full HP. Wei is flashing, but he's just not going to be able to make enough distance up.
No, he will not. Remember that spell shield, you're probably wondering, why did it go off of the thing? The leap strikes an ability, and it counts towards this entire skirmish.
Gosh, Ala's Jax, I have missed watching this. He's 7-0 and 5, and he's basically determining this game. This is
issues, but again, these things happen, and we come in, and there it is.
Exactly. So wait, what the hell? Everyone's dead.
RNG got the dragon.
Where did they go?
RNG fought at Infernal Soul, and that was their last stand.
Well, I mean, Rashid, they got the dragon.
Yeah, they did. They got
the dragon, and they all died for it.
Yeah, that is unfortunately a little anticlimactic from us. Unfortunately, that's the way these things go. But it is EDG taking the first game in this best of 3. A great start for them.
We actually did just get Nocturne ulted as they Nocturne ulted in-game. I got absolutely...
Have to keep an eye on for these things where it's just, do you get hooked? How many minions are in the other side? Do you have enough damage to actually take her? Uncontested on Vision, which means the Heavens will be traded back on top of this one here. So JJ in a great position to be able to kind of just drop down a Bramble Smash and then Smite, you would imagine, shouldn't be too much harder. That's going to be a 3 for none trade. Obviously, the Dragon is still very good for RNG. And again, in terms of single Dragon stats, Infernal's pretty damn good.
That it is. It's a nice one to get the hold of. JJ will clear through that objective on the top side.
He is waiting around. He doesn't know there's no vision in that tri-bush, but he just wants him to step forward just a little bit.
JJ is spotting a ward, but doesn't spot Wei.
They haven't spotted Wei. Now they know he's here, and we're going to see now Vampire getting flashed in, queued down. He's going to try and flash, but you're already dead. And that is a great first blood here for RNG.
It is a bad day to be a creature of the night for first blood. Vampire gets first blood in both.
Got to be able to shoot those minions up as best you can. Wei is around the corner, but I don't know if they can really make this one fully work out. They're going to go for it regardless. There's going to be the TP, but they've already fully committed both ultimates. They're not going to have the burst available. Straight away, Wei backing himself out. They do have LWX getting caught, though. They're waiting for the flash, and there it is. Really good trigger discipline there from Fisher, but he may have already sacrificed his life just to make it happen. It ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but the Void Grubs were traded as an objective, so EDG still coming out on top. They now have 6 for themselves.
Really good trigger discipline from Fisher to wait for the W to force the flash first. First item, not completed yet for Tanyuan, but he's still got a decent amount of damage, even with just... You don't even need to snowball at that point. The first item is such a strong point for you.
Now, Allah is going the wrong way right now, so he is going to be caught out. Breathe will get himself the Ghost. Will buffer that little bit of CC, but can Breathe get the all out? Yes, he can. Allah going to go into the stance to see if he can try and survive this, but without a flash and without a hope, he cannot survive. Breathe gets the 1v1.
What's he doing there? So there are some things as well you kind of like Breathe, kind of going the difference between crits as well. Storm Razor obviously gives crit, and then you can go for the Energize, and then you can also kind of bridge the distance between the two of them.
They want to double
flash
down.
This time, folks.
Yep, no flash, but he should have a leap strike, and he does indeed. They're going to get the TP in. He's going to try and survive as long as he possibly can. Here comes the Azir. There's a lot of damage going in. A flash into the double knockback, but nobody's underneath the turret. They can use the Q and the all out. He went straight into his death, and guess what? Casante's still busted.
Oh gosh, Fisher with a fishy play. The tempo further and further forwards, forcing mid lane, forcing a response. EDG aren't going to be able to use these grubs anyway useful.
That's a very good point, and they're going to take down that mid turret. Big turret to take down.
I thought of it myself.
No problem, man. Glad you feel that way. But yeah, and now Allah is just being bullied. They need to guess which one he's in. Never mind, they don't need to guess anymore. Oh, I think he would have had it. He just kind of juked himself, to be perfectly honest. Now he's going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to throw Ming down here, but yeah, Ming wasn't even needed. That is an easy rotation there. And EDG, this is just...
blame too much GG and Leaf for miscoordinating that one, but Tanya, she loses ult for that, but that's about it. Now, Allah is in a bit of trouble. Wei's here, and Allah looks like he's heading towards 0-4.
Yep. Well, he went from 0 deaths in game 1 to 4 deaths in game number 2. So
we'll definitely find that out soon enough.
Leave is very isolated right now, but they know Tanyuan and of course Wei are there. Here we go, they go for the hook. They do get an immediate flash ult away by Fisher, who's trying to go in. There's going to be the pop blossom to stop anyone from going in. They're trying to get the 4th shot off. Tanyuan though jumping in, and this is all RNG all the time. EDG just can't do anything. It's an ace. It's a clean one at that, and this game is basically over.
That it is clean ace. EDG just didn't have the items. Yes, they end up having no second item on AD carry in mid lane. It's just not enough. RNG, they played really, really well around top lane matchup. Up on the Jax.
So is Vampire.
What? What? Oh my word! His own support. Is that? No. That's gotta be. That's gotta be the bug from the thing.
Yes, it's the bug from the thing. But no. Now we see Tanyuan going in, looking for a bit more, and he gets it. Even has a little bit of a snack just at the end to make sure. But they have full vision on him, and they want to kill him. Everything has been used, and a shutdown comes down. But I mean, it's a little bit of a constellation problem. Fisher jokes. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. You're going to run out of your quota.
I thought I'd get them in early. Just make sure I claim them, you know.
Claim the Fisher joke. Because no way any of us are going to make any more Fisher puns or anything like that. But yeah, this is just a formality at this point. RNG taking that first game fairly personally.
Can I use the garlic joke here and now as well? Is that wasting too much of that? What's happening there? This one's not looking any better itself. Burning the tree down.
Yep, getting everything and anything they want. as RNG fight back in this series and put themselves to a 1-1 scoreline. EDG didn't really have a hope at any point of this game. It just felt like a constant downward spiral for them.
On getting this Jax into the game, they were nullified, and poor JJ had no platform to play off of. They got one last hurrah.
They do indeed, but yeah, it's too far behind. The Pop Blossom was nice, but EDG just can't keep it together. That's going to be a nice and easy little finish with Tang Yuan. We mentioned the Akali earlier. It is something that Tang Yuan is very well versed in, but right now it's Ala just playing keep away. But yeah, he ain't gonna be smiling no more. That is a pretty definitive loss going on to EDG. 0-7 for Ala's Jax. And guess what? You can't blind pick this anymore. That is a pocket pick in a situation from now on for you.
Yep, that was a draft too far from EDG, and you know, after game one, you'd be very, very just take one heavy trade as Aatrox, and then suddenly the cannon's in kill pressure. But if you fail to get that, cannon just tends to bleed you out. Interested to see actually if this could even be something like the AD
NG. They had already got the Kalista up there as well, so really no way you can contest that, sadly. Sorry, not the Kalista, excuse me, the set, but here's a bit of a shuffle, and they're going to use the Poppy combination as well. Tang Yuan will sacrifice his life as the rest of his team go out that, but that's going to be our EDG, I should say, getting themselves their first blood of the entire series.
Yeah, it's a play in multiple parts. The flash taken away earlier by JJ, and suddenly Hook, a line and sinker in the mid lane. It will give him a bit of ingress into EDG's side of the map.
You can see just how much respect Allah has to give right now. He does not have vision. He does not know where this Vi is. And if he gets caught, this is where the snowball can happen.
Oh dear.
Here we go. They're going to pop down both ultimates. They're going to go over the wall. There is the cease and desist. And there is the kill. Allah's right to flash away right at the last second. But RNG on the board.
Poor one out for the Aatrox. That one is sad. He has himself Merc Threads now, but he didn't have that before that play, I'm pretty sure. No,
it was down to Wave finding an opportunity. And this is where this game gets a little bit funky. Now we're going to have a 3v3. There we're going to go in. There's the face breaker coming in. They're going to have the Talia popping off as well as they look to try and maybe re-engage, and this Vampire gets knocked up right as LWX flashes over to make sure you get the damage down, putting in all these spears, rending your soul, and the revenge is sweet for LWX.
Yeah, that ain't the scary kind of Vampire. He is from a lead. He is one of our better top laners, but sadly for him, he's finding himself in an awkward situation. He can't teleport in. He doesn't have the HP. Breathe can.
Yes, Breathe can, but can they get anything else out of it? Vampire just going to be left to die. Wei goes all the way into the back line. They'd even cut them off. Nicely done by Tang Yuan to make sure that Wei did not get caught out. I mean, Allah just can't really join that. I completely agree with that call, but it does give up that dragon over to the side of RNG. And again, this is something that Allah's just kind of have to accept. He's too far behind. He needed this free time.
However, I think this actually works out in Allah's favor. It's not a game-breaking fight. This wouldn't be great, though, if Leaf gets called. That's cheap. That is cheap. You can't look like that.
And that is just the way this series is kind of turning right now. You can see these
lane because it kind of covers one of those entrances more than it used to. Taking that one down very much helps you kind of get more vision. Oh my god. Owie.
Yeah, Poppy ain't full build no more.
No.
Poppy need items. Poppy need magic resistance.
Poppy need hospital. Poppy need hospital.
Poppy needs a helping hand, and already getting that Riptail down. Try and get another tier 2, and this is just good, small decisions that are leading to much big
up. That's a different story. I don't know whether they have the damage for it. Don't think they have the damage to do it before he gets his ult off either way. Wei's looking for an engage. That's a Weaver's wall.
Fisher. They've separated Fisher, and they're going to go straight in now. There's going to be the Haymaker across 3, but I don't think Ning's going to be able to stay alive for this much longer. They're holding the Kalista ult. Never mind, they couldn't use it. Kalista got punted out of there, and that's why EDG were able to take out the set. He couldn't go in and get back out because the Kalista couldn't save him.
However, they are not going to get themselves the dragon. Allah just about manages to stay safe as well. Vampire, very low HP. I was trying to remember which one of them went very low. Vampire did a great job of keeping Breathe from directly following up with that combo.
Go again.
I don't know if you can go for this, folks. Breathe still has flash, still has ult.
LWX and Bree just keeping Allah away. They actually get themselves out of the pot.
Okay, maybe they can.
They can, because you can't really go for a fight like that. They do bait out the Azir ultimate, but unfortunately for Breed, he just gets clipped by it, so he can't go for a flash engage. And all in all, they just need to be a little bit, honestly, I'd say a little bit more aggressive. I feel like they should have went for that fight.
Yeah, it felt like that was the real point of power when they had to. Oh, this is not where you want to be. He is very far away from his team.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. Now he does. He dead.
That is a big mistake. And again, this is exactly what we were saying before. RNG, it felt...
Yeah, they need to make sure that they're not going to get caught out by the slicing Maelstrom, but they might just lose the Baron. They don't seem interested in it.
The rend is stacking up to a huge amount at this point. Wade's losing a bit of HP from tanking this for so long. Weaver's walls cutting them off from the angle.
Yeah, they don't get the Keeper's Verdict either. And this is going to be Breed looking for a little bit of a move. He finds Leave, and that's going to be a kill going on to them. They need to fix the fight, though. They get the Baron, but can they get people out of there? The Ignite will take down Breed. No! He's on nothing! The flash forward, the shutdown. The Aatrox picks up that kill. But do you want this kill? Wait, I'm not quite sure you wanted the fight. You need to get the hell out of there. Should be able to get himself away as the rest of his team go for Fisher. Looks for a bit of an engagement, won't be able to get it. Now the rest of his team shall pay for his moves. They did not think he would die so quickly, and eventually JJ will flash away and maybe get out with his life as Smite comes down to slow him, but he pops down the Q. Another Q misses. It's a jungle v jungle BS to the flash forward. The steadfast presence.
Come on.
And now he misses another one. He needs an empowered auto, but he's not gonna get it. The Baron does go to
combo now.
I mean, you go for this because you know the Q in is not going to be able to be followed up by a flash, and now do you look for something else? A flash away by Fisher as they look to try and burn down the set. Finally gets hit in, but here we go. Slicey Maelstrom lands onto 4, and they are melting these health bars, but can they take the fight back? That's the question. Tanyuan is still very, very healthy, as is LWX. Yes, you killed off 2 on the side of RNG, but it does not matter because they were not the carries. Allah, it was a very valiant effort, but it was not enough. RNG get themselves a 3 for 2, and they'll get the Baron.
There's the fight. They finally had it. To be honest, you could see a little...
You want to be hitting up 0-3, 0-4, 0-5 before you start picking up wins.
Particularly for two teams which have changed a lot this offseason too. You would like to go in with a bit more... Way.
Oh, he's looking for something, but I don't know if he really wanted it. The Chain of Corruption doesn't land, but it doesn't have to. Way. My bro, you've been doing so well in game number 2.
Addition for this, there's no flanking ward to teleport to. Arrows are starting to rain down. And it's not like Ming has himself any sustain.
They're looking for a bit of a move. The Chain of Corruption, though, doesn't land onto anybody. They move back. The flash back in. Fisher. They may be able to get him out alive. No! Deleted! Tanyuan and Breed just comboing up very nicely now. Way looking to try and jump onto lead. They need to try and get this AD carry out of it. A flash by Tanyuan as he looks to try and jump straight back onto the Varus. That's it. That's got to be the game because you have no wave clear left and all of your carries will be dying. Allah is trying to keep his last breath going for as long as he can, and he's doing a fairly good job, but they may just barrel up mid.
Oh, it was a disastrous shuffle from Fisher. It went inside by one egregious error from the new mid laner of EDG.
Really unfortunate there that's what these games are built on, those fine margins, but can they defend it? It's the 2 tanks. Thank you, boys, but they will be going out of this game. RNG will be starting off their 2024 with a win, and it's ever so sweet when it's against an old...
These were some of the best highlights from all of the LPL spring matchups of the day. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.